Hey there, in this video I want to go over how to create successful digital art that's gonna get sales on Etsy. This is probably the biggest challenge when you're starting out, when you want to start selling digital products on Etsy, specifically the images and more specifically the AI generated art. That's what I do here on this channel. I'm gonna show you the product research method that I do that allows me to create listings that I know gonna get sales because I have a data that proves that this listing should get sales. And then I'm going to show you how to create this art very easily. And we're going to use Midjourney, which is the AI graphic generating tool. If you're not familiar with Midjourney, I suggest Googling and learning what it is because I'm not going to go over Midjourney in this video. This video specifically is just going to focus on the product research method and I don't want to waste more time. So let's get straight to it. But before we start, there's one more thing that I want to mention. If you want to get free AI prompts that you can use for Midjourney to generate art that it's selling on Etsy, because that's the art that I personally found in the previous video that I showed you, the AI art that sells on Etsy. I'm gonna have a link for it down below in the comments. So look for the pinned comment and you can get the list of the prompts yourself. And if you want to get the list of monthly prompts that I share to my YouTube members, click on the join button, sign up, and every month I'm gonna send you a list of new AI prompts that you can use yourself for Etsy, okay? With this out of the way, I'm gonna share my screen right now and you should like this video if you find it valuable so far, okay? All right, so as you can see, I'm on my Etsy account right now and I'm already getting some suggestions for the AR generated art. As you can see, we have this tiger here, some girls, some Queen Cleopatra or something, some plants. You get the idea. I'm getting already suggestions because all I do is I research AR generated art on Etsy, okay? So this is the method. The method is very simple. What I do, I just look what my competitors are doing on Etsy. And if I find one that's doing relatively good, I'm gonna check their listing and I'm gonna check which listing is getting the most sales, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I will try to replicate their design, okay? I'm not gonna completely copy everything they do. I'm gonna try to use similar design, okay? Similar theme, similar images. That's what we're gonna do, okay? That's the whole process. It's very simple and there's a tool that I use that allows me to do that, and that tool is called Everbee. And honestly, without this tool, this method is not gonna work, okay? You need Everbee to do this product research method because otherwise you're gonna get stuck and you won't be able to get the data that we need, okay? Everbee is amazing. I have a link for it down below under this video so you can click in the description to get the Everbee membership. They have a free version that you can try out and see if you like it. And then they have a subscription which allows you to have unlimited amount of analysis, and that's the one I have, and trust me, it's worth every penny, okay? This tool is amazing. So you're just gonna click it. You're gonna click try it for free. Once you do it, it's gonna ask you to install a Chrome extension. Do it, it's super simple. And once you have the Chrome extension installed on your computer, you're gonna have this tab right here on the left. Basically, every time you go to Etsy, this tab will show up and you have a couple of buttons here, but the one that interests you is product analytics and keyword research. So every time you click on product analytics, for example, it's gonna run product analytics for anything that's visible on your page. So right now I'm seeing these listings right here, right? So if I click on this button right now, Everbee is gonna analyze all the listings I'm seeing. So right here, I can see that this one, for example, professional Midjourney prompt guide is actually doing very well. It's selling for $270 and it got 10 sales in the last month, okay? So that's something that you can do. That's another way of people making money on AR generated art by selling the ebooks with list of prompts, okay? That's actually pretty smart. But we're not gonna sell prompts. We're actually gonna create AR art that we can sell on Etsy, okay? So the way I do it is I go to the search bar right here on the top, okay? And there's a couple of keywords that you can start with, okay? Because when you're gonna start with this, you don't really know what you're looking for, right? It's kind of hard to figure out what you're looking for. So there are a few keywords that I usually go for. It's clip art, printable, and AI art, okay? So these keywords I use whenever I start my product research method because it's a good starting point. Eventually, once you're gonna browse a lot of these listings, Etsy is gonna start recommending you these listings in your browser. So as you can see, this is my timeline, my main timeline on Etsy, and I'm already getting some suggestions. So later on, it's gonna be easier to find different products, but when your Etsy is brand new, you're not gonna see that. Okay. Oh, and one more thing, you might be asking why people are buying images on Etsy. Okay, the answer is very simple. One, Etsy allows to sell digital products, which is not something that you can see, for example, on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something like that. These platforms don't really allow to sell digital products. Etsy does. They have a specific policy for that. And the cool thing about digital products is that you don't need to fulfill any orders. It's almost pure profit margins unless you spend money on ads. So let's say if something costs $6, $6.72, you're gonna get almost that $6.72. There's only a couple of fees that you need to pay, but let's say from the $6.72, you're gonna get $6.50, around that price. Compare this to like dropshipping, for example, where the margins are lower, you're not gonna get almost 80% of your money in profit, because usually the margins are like 20 to 30%. 30 is actually really good. Usually it's around 20. So digital products are really amazing in that sense that you get most of your profits back. But that was not the answer to the question. Okay, the question was, why do people buy it? Because they're looking for designs. Okay, so for example, this art of this tiger or lion or whatever, maybe there's someone that wants to create a Canva, okay, and they want to sell it on Etsy, and they need designs. They're not good with designs, but they are willing to buy a design. So that's the crowd that buys these type of images. Okay, same with this dog images right here. Maybe there's someone that wants to buy dog funny pictures, okay, cute pictures, but they just don't know how to come up with the design. This is why we have this on Etsy, and that's the crowd you're gonna be selling to. Okay, a lot of time these are people that do DIY projects or some print on demand stuff. That's your crowd. That's who you're selling to. All right, so let's start our product research process. So I'm gonna type in clip art. Remember, that's one of the keywords that I told you that it's very useful. And let's see what we're gonna find. Okay, let's see what type of designs we're gonna see. And we are having a couple of them already. Okay, we got these dragons, we have a hedgehog, we have some trees. This person is selling. Here we have some, I don't know, some fantasy stuff. So as you can see, there is a bunch of different art and projects that people are selling. Okay, what you can do right now, you can just go to Everbee and click on product analytics and see which designs are selling the most. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna click on product analytics, and right here I can see a couple of tabs. Okay, the one that always interests me is the monthly sales, monthly revenue, number of total sales, and how old is this listing. Okay, the AR generating art is relatively new. This whole trend is relatively new. I would say it's probably around 4 months old. So if anything is like this one, for example, is 98 months old, that means that this was not generated with AI, it was probably generated manually. But this listing right here, 2 months, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. So there's a high chance that these designs are AR generated. So we're trying to find other people doing what we are trying to do, and then get inspired by their style and trying to figure out how they did themselves so we can do it as well. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sort this out by the monthly revenue, and I wanna see the one that's getting the most sales. So the one that's getting the most sales on this page is this clip art, the 15,000 one. We can't really copy this one because that's a lot of listings. We can't really replicate this one. But the second most popular AR art is this witchcraft. Okay, this one right here, it got $614 in revenue last month, $74 in sales last month, and this listing is only 2 months old, so it's probably AR generated art. So I'm gonna click on it, and this button right here is gonna give me more information. For example, it's gonna show me the keywords that work for this listing, how much traffic it's getting for specific keywords. I can copy them if I want to, but that's for the listing optimization. We're not gonna do this today. Today we just focus on the product research. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this listing right here. I wanna see it in full scale. Okay, so as you can see, these are these witches. Okay, it's a pack of different images. So there's like an Egyptian pack, there is a witch pack, there is a molten witch pack. So this person is basically giving variations of kind of similar theme. Okay, so we have cats, we have the witch hats. You get the idea. Okay, and there is 90 of them. So this package includes 90 of these type of images. Okay, and it again gives you a mock-up of what this listing would look like if you're trying to do it for print on demand, because that's the crowd is gonna buy it. All right, so we could possibly try to replicate this this design. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find the successful designs and we're trying to copy them. But before we do that, I'm gonna click on the store and I wanna see what this store is selling, and maybe we can kind of get inspired and maybe find more designs that they are doing. Okay, so I'm looking at the store right now, and as you can see, these are all the items this person is selling. But if I'm gonna click on product analytics, I'm gonna run the analytics for this whole store, and I can see which listings are doing very well. So again, our number one is the 90 witch clip art, the one that we just browsed, but then we have something that's 140 cat clip art. It generated $400 last month. This one generated 280, 180, 159, 127, 120, 198, 98, 88, 88, 84. So this person is doing good money. Okay, and then in the last month, this whole art generated probably around 2K, maybe even more. If we would need to add up all the revenue right here to get the full number, but it's doing very well. And these are all less than 2 months old, so there's a high chance that these are AI generated. Okay, so here's another one with the cats. Okay, their second most selling product, and look at them, they're so cute. Okay, so yeah, we can generate this. We can definitely make this in Midjourney. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. Okay, but I'm not gonna do the cat one. I'm gonna go with the witch one, because the witch one is the top selling one, and I want to focus on the top seller first, and then we can go over to the cat one in the future, because we already have the data that shows us that both the witch one and the cat one is selling, and we can do this ourselves. All right, so I'm at my Midjourney bot right now, and again, if you don't know what the Midjourney is, this is the AI generator. If you want to learn how to install it on your Discord, watch a separate video, because I'm not going to go over in this video, because that will be a whole nother video basically. But once you learn how to, operate it, come back here and use the prompts. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we're gonna try to replicate this. Okay, we're gonna try to see if we can come up a very similar design to this, because if this is selling, that means that we can create something similar and should also get sales as well, because similar design is gonna get promoted by Etsy, and people that like this type of stuff, they might buy our designs because they like it. We're not trying to copy everything they're doing. We're trying to get similar theme, similar design, to give customers options. Hey, you like this pack with the, I don't know, this switch right here? Cool, but I have a different witch. Maybe you want to try and buy that one. Okay, that's the idea here. Okay, so the hardest part of this whole process is coming up with the prompt. Prompt is basically the command you give AI in order to get what you want. Okay, so what I usually do is I just try to go to this listing that I'm trying to get inspired from, and I'm trying to look for the keywords this person is using. Okay, so for sure one of the keywords I can tell you from the start is the witch. Okay, since we're trying to generate the witch, we have to put the witch. So that's for sure the keyword that we're gonna use in our prompt. Another one is kind of the style we are gonna use. So this person is using the style called watercolor, and they're using it in the listing title as well. So we're gonna copy that, because that's for sure the style we're gonna use. Okay, what else we have? It says beautiful gothic fantasy. That also might be the keyword that we might want to use, because I feel like that's connected to this whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna copy that as well. What else is right here? Maybe let's go to the description and see if there's something in the description that we might use. Okay, so I don't really see any keywords that might be interesting to our case, but let's look at the images itself. Let's say I want to create this witch. Okay, so this witch, she has these like flowers around her, and she's wearing a hoodie, and she's kind of purple. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my prompt. I'm gonna say purple witch. Okay, because she's surrounded by purple color. I'm gonna say surrounded by flowers. Okay, and I'm also gonna add wearing a hoodie. Okay, so I think I have all the keywords that should be kind of describing this image. If something doesn't work, we can always change our prompt, but let's go ahead and click enter, and let's see what the Midjourney is gonna generate. All right, so Midjourney is finished and it gives me 4 different variations. Okay, so we got this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's always gonna give you 4 different variations because it wanna gives you different options, okay? And then if you like something, if you like a certain variation, you can pick the one you like and it's gonna upscale it and look it, more interesting. So out of these 4, I think I like this one the most, okay? Just because it looks the most professional one. I don't like the eyes in this one, and this one has a weird smile. Maybe this one could work too. But the main point is that, look, they are relatively similar, okay? I know this is slightly different, like she has more darker colors, and things like that. But I would say that all of them are very close to what we are trying to do. We're trying to get this design, and this is very, very close to it, okay? And as I said, I like the number 3. Oh yeah, let me clarify this. So you mark these listings, okay? These images. So this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and this is number 4. It's always like that. This is the way Midjourney always marks it. That's what these numbers stands for. So U1, U2, U3, U4, it basically stands for the images. Same thing with the V1, V2, V3, V4. Okay, so U stands for upscale, V stands for variation. So if you want to upscale an image, which I do, I want to upscale number 3, this one. I'm gonna click on U3, and now Midjourney is gonna increase the size of this image and improve it. But let's say if I want to get the variation of number 3, I can click on V3, and it's gonna give me 4 new variations similar to the V3, okay, to the picture number 3. So this is actually what's happening right now. So I'm gonna give a couple of minutes for Midjourney to generate this, and I'm gonna come back once it's done. All right, so Midjourney is finished. So right here we have the upscale version of that picture right here. So I select the number 3. So we got the upscale version of it, and it looks like this. And I have to tell you that this is kind of modern. I feel like she's wearing the actual hoodie. When I say hoodie, I meant like, the old school hoodie, but this is like a very modern hoodie that, that you wear when you go to the gym or something, but that's okay. And right here, I have the different variations that I selected from the V3. So created more variations of that image. Some of them look weird, like this one, for example, and this one looks kind of weird too, but maybe number 1 and number 3 would work. And yeah, I think these are relatively good. I could probably make like 20-30 of them, put in a bundle, and then list it on Etsy, just like this person is doing right here. So this person have 90 of them in one bundle. So she probably created these designs, put them in like a Google Drive file or a Dropbox file, and then you can download once you buy it, you can download from their server, from the Google Drive or the Dropbox. So that's what this person is doing, and that's what we did right here. And you can do this yourself. You can create 20 variations of the purple witch, okay? Because let's say you want to create a purple witch design, so you can create different variations of that, and yeah, sell it. But here's one more thing, because you might be asking, okay, I created, let's say, one of them, right? Let's say this is the one I want to use. But how do I find different variations, okay? So usually what I do, I just try to add different keywords, okay? So, for example, we have this image right here, but let's say instead of the hoodie, I want the witch to wear a hat, okay? So I'm gonna type in wearing a hat surrounded by flowers. So that way, I have one variant that's wearing a hoodie, and then the second variant is gonna wear a hat. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. So you can change image, you can change items that this person is wearing or having or something like that, or maybe change the background. Maybe you want, instead of flowers, you want butterflies. Okay, this is just an idea. But again, what you want trying to do is to create variations that are very similar to what this person is having, because if this person is already getting sales, that means that they know what they're doing. Their designs are working. There are people looking for this type of design, and you should try to recreate them yourself. And here we got some variations. So this one looks really cool. This one looks really cool. These not so much because they have the background. But if you want to remove background, for example, you can just say at the end white background, and you're not gonna have these mock-up designs that this one has generated. That way you can kind of remove that. But yeah, these looks really good. You could, that's already, you have two another variations, plus this one that we created, that's 3. So you have already 3 of those, and now we can create, you know, additional couple. And now I'm seeing this, yeah, this is not what we want, but it's okay. I think it's trying to create a hoodie. Once you figure out one prompt that works, all you have to do is just slightly modify it and do it. And yeah, that's how you do the product research, and that's how you find successful listings. If this is something that interests you, remember, I have more videos about it, and I'm gonna make more videos about it in the future. You can check out the last one I did about the 5 AI prompts that work. And if you wanna get these 5 AI prompts, check out the pinned comment under this video. You can also get the monthly list from me. Every month I'm gonna upload new AI prompts that work to my YouTube members. If you are YouTube member pro, you're gonna get this as well every month. And if you wanna learn how to dropship on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, go to dropshippingguild.com, join the guild, and learn how you can make money this way as well. But that will be it for today. I hope you enjoy this. I'll see you later. Take care.